welcome back to Walk, Run, Soar. It is Monday. It's day 29. We're doing number 38 in the book. I'm sorry if I'm like slouching. I don't have my tripod, so I have my phone in like a holder thing sitting on top of a water bottle, so hopefully it'll stay. I'm having to kind of slouch down a little bit. But as you can see, we're in Marathon, Florida. I'm gross because I just got done with my morning run. I tell you what, it is warm here. I think I prefer warm to running in really, really cold, but I tell you what, it is a big difference from where we were in North Georgia. But all right, so number 38 in the book is following my coach. The verse is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. So the example that she uses from her life is when she was training for the Shadow of the Giants 20K, which apparently has a lot of hills, and her husband also coaches her, Sean. So she was talking about how nice it was to know that when they were going out on, training runs, hill runs, this particular example was a 7-mile hill training run, that it's so nice just to let him lead and know that she can trust him to push her but not push her too much, and just trust his guidance when it comes to the training and what they were doing. And she talks about how that's how he's been in every aspect of her life, that he joined her and her 3 daughters during the steep peak of grief when her first husband had passed away, and that there's been many hills and valleys in the 5 years that they've been married. And she says that our verse, the iron sharpens iron verse, that the imagery here is that when iron is rubbed against iron, it actually sharpens both pieces. Similarly, when 2 people are running through life together, they can sharpen or challenge each other to new heights. They can keep each other accountable physically and spiritually. They can lift each other up and point each other back to God. And I think that's why it's important to have community. I really don't think there's any real way you could go through life, or at least a life with faith, without having those people to encourage you and hold you accountable and do that iron sharpens iron thing. Because if you just have one piece of iron with nothing else, it's eventually going to get dull, right? All right, so our faith step. Have you ever had a coach who has made an impact on you? What did he or she do that is memorable? Next time you are running or walking uphill, imagine Jesus running right in front of you. Let him coach you to the top. And he is obviously the best thing to help sharpen us. And sometimes it can be hard to keep your nose to his back and follow where he goes, because sometimes he leads you and pushes you to things that you would never think for yourself. But he knows what we're capable of, just like she was saying her husband Sean knows what she's capable of when it comes to her running. Our inspirational quote is fun because if you've watched any of my other videos where I've run on the treadmill and you've seen my wall of quotes that I have hanging on the wall next to my treadmill, this is one of the quotes that I have on my wall. In the midst of an ordinary training day, I try to remind myself that I am preparing for the extraordinary. That was Shalane Flanagan, 2017 New York City Marathon champion. I thought that was a good quote to have next to my treadmill, because sometimes treadmill runs can get real boring. But to always remember that, I'm doing this for, a reason, even if that reason is just to relieve some stress, or, because I really do love running. All right, our training note from Coach Sean. A coach can help you achieve goals by being a voice of encouragement and also a voice of restraint. A coach should motivate you to challenge your boundaries, but also rein you in when you try to do too much. I think that part's important when it comes to having a coach, is someone that they'll push you, but they also will stop you from hurting yourself or getting injured and doing too much, more than you can handle. So a good one for today, it's like I said, I'm very much a people person. I'm definitely not in any way an introvert. But even if you are a more introverted person, I think it is important to have 1 or 2 people that you can rely on to, if you need to vent, or if you need somebody to, tell you hey, I don't know about this particular situation. Someone to hold you accountable. If you heard that, that was a motorcycle, sorry. But at the same time, God can be that that leader that we need to. He gave us a whole book of guidance and encouragement that we could use. So I hope everyone's having a great Monday. Look at that blue sky. As of right now, I don't think it's supposed to rain at all, but this is Florida, and I lived here for a while, and I know that even when they say it's not going to rain, you should still probably expect at least a 5-minute shower at some point during the day. So we'll see, but it's fun to run where it's flat. Hooray for that. All right, well, hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you tomorrow.